Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yessik here again today to basically, just a second, I'm dragging my talking points over here. Bring you a small community announcement in anticipation of reaching 2,000 subs. I know I'm doing at least one thing for 2,000 subs, or probably two, and one of them is going to be playing saxophone because one of my very regular users, Uwaku, has decided that I absolutely need to play saxophone in order to celebrate 2,000 subs. So I will be playing you guys some saxophone when I get there. Other than that, I basically just want to talk to you about what's going on the channel and what I could use some help with, because I like this to be more of a community channel, people suggesting things, people helping out, people being in the live streams. I prefer a bit of a community feel to it. So first thing is recommendations for Indie Crunch. I always take recommendations. Even if I don't listen to the recommendation and you don't see a video out, I always look at absolutely every single person who recommends a game for Indie Crunch. And the more obscure and strange, the better. Now, I don't necessarily want you just going to Rockley Smile and recommending all the games he's played, but I probably will cover Soda Drinker Pro at some point. But that also does the trick if you think he's done something really cool. But anyways, yeah, so recommendations I always take and I always appreciate, and I will almost always respond to. Sometimes I go through a day and I just forget to respond to things. Also for Indie Crunch, I really want a title card and an intro. I have had a title card promised to me for quite a while now, and it has not arrived. So I will be making that myself. An intro I will eventually make myself, but if I have any volunteers to make one for me, I suck at editing. Have you seen my channel intro video? It is awful. Like, really bad. But, I do enjoy people making me things. I generally use them if they do, or at least for a little while. Another thing that I want to talk about is how I've kind of like recently made a foray into more mainstream gaming. I'm gonna stay there and finish my series, but I'm going to try to limit myself to maybe 4 series going at a time, because right now I have like 5 or 6, and they're kind of going everywhere. And I want to kind of get back into the indie games, let's play in indie games, maybe let's plays from Kickstarters. You know how it is. So I'm hoping to kind of refocus my channel towards indie games, but I will be doing occasional Wii U and Japanese games. And speaking of Japanese games, I really want to bring back WTF Japan. I've done a lot of them and they were all really funny, except in the past I always sounded like I was on Quaaludes, so, you know, I kind of talked like this all the time and I wasn't very happy about it. But now I have my background saying, be happy, and I'm actually almost considering getting a tattoo on my hand that says happy, because one of the main secrets to being happy is to actually just be happy, to realize that, hey, things are good, awesome, be happy about it. Anyways, that's my opinion on that, because generally I found myself a lot happier recently because I've been consciously thinking of being happy. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I actually want WTF Japan recommendations. So if you guys know any really weird, crazy games, hopefully that I can emulate, but possibly that I can buy and play, or maybe on the PSN store, or maybe even on the Japanese PSN, because I do have access to the Japanese PSN. Tell me, because I love playing those games, even if they're like, the last one I did I think was a hamster racing simulator, and I just could not figure it out at all, so I just spent a long time navigating the menu. Some crazy shit happened there. But anyways, it was a lot of fun, and of course I generally do those with a guest, so probably desk pick on those ones, which is kind of awesome. And the other thing I am doing for the 2,000 sub celebration, and I hope people are still listening at this point, is an AMA, so an Ask Me Anything. And I know it's a bit pretentious of me to be like, I'm at 2,000 subs, everyone's gonna want to ask me questions, but I'm doing this again because there was a fan who was being like, hey, you want to do an AMA at some point? So yes, I do want to do an AMA. I'm not going to do one on Reddit or anything, because that would be pretty much the most lonely AMA of all time. So how I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to ask you here to tell me any questions you have, post them in the comments, and if they want a longer answer or a short answer, just ask me. I'd appreciate not asking me for my favorite game of all time, because that's a really tough decision, and I don't think I actually have a favorite game of all time. So any questions other than that, though, what I plan to do for the future, what recording setup I have, any of that, just leave it in the comments below. I will write a list of the questions, and I will answer them on my 2,000 sub celebration video before I play saxophone or after I play saxophone. The other thing is, I've gotten the question a few times, what can I do to help out or support the channel? I would like to say you can donate, but you can't, so I don't accept donations because I would feel like a scumbag for doing so. But the ideal thing you can do is basically either tell a friend about the channel. Like most of the people I watch, I've either found myself or a friend has been like, hey, I watch him for games, and I'm like, cool. So we watch the game together, or the videos together, and then we start really watching all of them on my own. Anyway, so the ideal thing you can do is be like, hey, this is a guy I watch. Other than that, you can also, post on forums, help the Reddit, follow me on Twitter. You can go onto the most lonely Facebook fan page on the planet. That's that's facebook.com/YessikZeek. Of course, Zeke spelt with 3 I's as it usually is. And that's about everything at the moment. In the future, I may get like a fully transparent donate button, but I'm not sure about that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope this didn't come off as being overly help me or I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys will make recommendations for WTF Japan and for Indie Crunch, because it saves me like an hour or 2 hours of work a day every time I get a good recommendation. So I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little community announcement video, and I hope to see you in the stream just after this, actually. Okay, bye.